Happy New Year. Happy 2026 to all of you all. I want to say a very big thank you to all our amazing followers. You guys have been awesome. I'm not going to lie. We here in the Lifestyle Show, we want to say we want to extend gratitude to all of you. You guys have been so amazing. Special shout out to all of you. Special shout out to our production team. Mr. Jerry Etonam is actually the producer for the Lifestyle Show, as well as the director, Monsieur Richard Yengao. We want to say a very big thank you to all of you for your amazing support during the last season, and we are here again. I see my girl EJ, the host for the show. If you haven't followed the Lifestyle Playlist, please do follow the Lifestyle Playlist on New World TV YouTube. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and keep sharing. Once again, you all are welcome. On today's topic, happening to be the first episode of 2026, we'll be looking at a new generation burdened by the old. You might be wondering what this topic is exactly talking about. We are looking at the problem that our before leaders, right? They created. The problem they created, the solution they provided, how it, manifested into a problem, or how it turned to become a thing. And we, the new generation, are paying said price up until now. With me in the studio are two amazing gentlemen. I'm in fact honored to be in their midst. So without further ado, I'm going to let them introduce themselves. Hello, sir. How are you doing?
I'm great. Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming.
You're welcome. Thank you for
inviting. It's
inviting.
an honor having you here.
A pleasure.
All right. Can you please introduce yourself?
Well, I am Abdul Rafiul Sisi,
Okay.
and I am an English coach and an entrepreneur.
Thank you very much, sir, Mr. Lasisi, for coming. Thank you so much. And then
Welcome.
I have another person. Hello, sir.
Hi,
How are you doing?
I'm doing greatly in the Lord.
That's good. That's good. Please, can you introduce yourself, please?
My name is Harrison Sylvester,
Okay.
doctor and entrepreneur.
Thank you so much for coming.
You're
Like I said, I'm really honored to be in their midst, because if they tell you what they carry, you would notice that what they just said is just few compared to who they are in person. So without further ado, let's move right ahead into the questions, okay, to see how many we're able to cover before the time elapses. Okay, so Mr. Harrison, please, I want to know how has the poor decisions of the past generation affected the economy, the jobs and opportunities that youth should have in this current generation?
First of all, the topic, the new generation burden the old, I have to say is a pressing
Matter.
realities that the new generation are suffering today.
Yes, please.
So we need to change the gap in order to find adequate solution to it, so that the new or the coming generation will not suffer the same liability. So this decision made by our forefathers or the old generation affect all the ramifications of our lives today
Okay.
as a youth.
Okay.
The decision that they made in the past, talking about economic,
Yes, please.
environmental changes affect today the youth in every areas of life, that we are trying to come out, but still
No solution.
we need to push it, make creative solutions, so that from that box we change the gap for the new generation that will follow the new ones.
All right, thank you very much. Salasisi, what do you think?
Yes, I think that it's, really problematic making bad decisions, and we've seen some of our leaders, African leaders
Yes,
especially, making bad decisions, and we are paying the price now. If we take, for example, Congo,
Yes, please.
and you see what Mobutu, how he ran the country.
Yes.
You see that even the currency is not even,
It's not
it doesn't
solidified.
have, yes,
Yeah.
okay, you have a lot of millions, but it doesn't mean anything if you just, use it. You can use millions to pay, bread, then it's not really interesting. And we are having the problems or the impacts in nowadays activities, and we new generation, we have to pay the price. And if you see the problems that we have, for example, unemployment,
Yes, please.
it's because you have some people who embezzle money. Okay. And they the countries are in debt, and we have to pay. And how are we paying? It's when they increase taxations, for example.
Yes.
And then you have to work hard to pay the taxes.
Double your efforts.
You see. And if you can't make it, then you see that your enterprise will be closed.
Yes, please.
And by doing so, you're in trouble because you have your family to take care of. And if you want to find a solution, is either you are, in scams to lie to people,
Exactly.
or to embezzle money again, or to find a way, corruption or something. And I would
navigate the whole system.
Great. And when we talk about corruption, I gave some statistics, some time ago when I was here before another, broadcast. It's huge. And that was from the World Bank.
Yes, please.
And we can even talk about Togo having some debts as well.
Yes.
And then if you see, how problematic the thing is, we new generation have to pay the price in a way. And we know how hard, the economic situation is. It's not that easy. And that's why you see some, small businesses struggling hard to make it, or they do not exist anymore. Yes.
Thank you so much, Mr. Lasisi. Do you have anything to add to what you said?
Yes, what you said, that's one of the realities that we are facing today. For example, for the small-scale businesses, they have, maybe they are cropped down, or we have the bankruptcy, and they are no more on the business scale, and then it becomes a problem for their family, how to take care of their family, to take care of the school fees of their children, and it becomes a big problem, especially in Africa or sub-Saharan Africa. Talk about Togo, Ghana, Benin. I believe that these are most of the youth today, they are entering into the small-scale business, but because of those decisions that has cut off our emergency as youths, is now having a problem.
Okay, now, Mr. Harrison, I want to know, what are some environmental problems that were left behind, and how do they shape our, today's lifestyle?
Talking about environmental damage.
Yeah, that should be the word. Damage.
Environmental damage.
It should be damage.
I think has made a very big impact, especially in agro-pastoral productivity, because today, when we pick up the World Food Program, the base on food, production of food, in order to sort out the famine around the world. But when we talk about in Africa today, in our country, Togo, Benin, or Ghana, let's talk about West Africa.
Yes.
We see that the productivity in farm or agro-pastoral farm is very small on the scale.
Yeah.
Due to what? The damage, climate damage that is affecting animal rain and then production of maize, all those things. We don't have this stability in our production. That's causing what? Famine around Africa. When you compare to the European country, we do not have a famine problem. But it's only Africa that we have a famine problem. Or we have the biggest land in Africa.
And we have what it takes to actually foster this production.
The biggest land in Africa, we have a land that, but due to climatic damage, we are still facing this problem. But I believe today God will give us a solution.
Amen.
We bring out creative solutions so that we can sort it out for the next generation to come. Thank you.
You're welcome. How about you, sir?
Yeah, if I want to add to what you say, and it's great that you take this, agricultural, realm to illustrate the thing. It's true we have lands, but the point is we need to go beyond that traditional way of doing it,
things.
and you need a lot of money to do so. And that money, as I said previously, is embezzled. You have people who have it, but they go to invest outside Africa. And how can you get money to invest and have some machines.
Even in the leadership board itself, there's a lot of nepotism.
Exactly.
There's that nepotism, there's that hodling going on. It's myself, it's for my family.
Exactly.
They don't want to extend to people that have the skill, people that have the knowledge to actually carry out whatever the task is. So you see somebody who has zero knowledge, hodling a position, right? A very high position in politics or in government. And at the end of the day, you notice that they are so old, they don't know what they are doing, and they keep passing the baton to their relative and their family, and then it's consistent for generations.
Exactly.
I call that conception Africa tragedy. This is one of the tragedies of Africa. Someone have zero knowledge will occupy the place of director,
decision
makers, war reformers with zero knowledge. This is one of the tragedies that Africa is facing. So we need to sort it out in order to see our Africa emerging and becoming great. And because also to come to
what he said,
today in production or agro-pastoral, we need to import the industrialization of our land that forsake the traditional way of making cultivation or all those things. But we need money to import those machines.
Exactly.
So it's very important, like Burkina Faso is doing now. We need to import all those machines that no more we put on our product outside and bring it back.
I think even when the machines are being imported, there is this low self-esteem mentality Africans have. You know, we don't see ourselves. This is actually, I think it has become a pressing matter that you see yourself so low, you feel condescending of your own worth, of your own self because you're black when you stand next to a Chinese man, when you stand next to a white person. Nigeria has almost 3 refineries. Yeah. I am speaking realistically. We have Dangote launched one now.
Exactly.
But do you know, we have all the natural resources currently, but we still export fuel in Nigeria as we speak. You begin to ask questions like, so what are we doing? How many years is Nigeria? You are still exporting fuel up until now. It is not that we don't know what we are doing. It's the fact that we feel we are not good enough. So even when the machines are exported, you feel that the right person to handle that machine is a white man. Which is why every industry in all West Africa is headed by a white person.
I think that problematic is the mentality set. The Africans need to change their mentality. That we are able to do. Whether white, black, or yellow, we have the same head, we have one head, and we can think as they think.
Exactly.
I think it is high time that Africans should organize what we call in every nations of Africa that thinking room where reformers are emerged, creators, inventors will come out with a solid solution to make it.
I think the problem is the will to really change. The mentality is good, I would say, and it's also a system that is implemented, as you say. Okay, I am in a position, I have power, then I call people nepotism, as you say. Okay, good, and we want it to be a system, and we are in every area of the country, and we don't want people to come in. If I am there and a white person comes and say, come on, I want you to get this, contract, and that's just your percentage at the end of the day, you say, they go for that instead of saying, no, come on, we have to be patriot.
Yeah.
And let our people do the right thing. No, we are not doing that because of self-interest that we have. And the problem is, this, gross domestic product that is low. And at the end of the day, you don't have the means to pay salaries, and you don't have people who are able to invest accordingly. And even the expenses, the government expenses, have a problem expenses. And then they are obliged to look for loans and that we pay again because you have some rates that are very high and time for you to pay. You take your time rather to pay the interest on the loans that you've got, okay? And this is really dangerous. If you talk of Nigeria with the Dangote, the gentleman has a wonderful idea to modernize and to make Nigeria the greatest ever. But you see, people are, let's say, jeopardizing his
efforts.
Yes. And I read that last time he was obliged to hire 1,000 Indians. Is it to say that the big Nigeria that we know, they don't have people who are qualified enough to do the job? No. But it's just that will that we Africans, we don't want to, implement and change things. Surprisingly,
it's very, very depressing. Fuel has happened. Fuel has turned to be, like, should I say, gold in West Africa.
Black gold.
Exactly, black gold.
It's gold at the moment. I don't know what I'm using Nigeria for. I can't
it's fine.
explain.
It's
I can't really explain.
Right. But you are right. Because
The right example,
it's
maybe.
one of the greatest production of
So, due to how expensive fuel was, I remember during, I think, Goodluck Jonathan period, there was subsidy. So then government is able to pay fuel, and then the citizens are able to at least buy for affordable price. It was a good initiative. Now, let's leave the exportations of fuel and the natural resources they keep outside. Let's forget that one. Because they don't, after the refining of the fuel, the natural resource is not brought back. They keep it.
Okay.
But they just bring fuel for us, right?
Yeah.
Good. Now, subsidy was removed. Tinubu came, removed subsidy because we were in lots of debt and he needed to clear it. Now, when subsidy was removed, you discover that the price of fuel skyrocketed. Now, when it did, people could no longer afford basic needs because you literally need fuel to do everything. You need it for exportations, you need it to bring food into the country, you need it for economic processes, you need it to even foster the infrastructure,
facilities.
Exactly, that's the government. So it's literally everything that has to do with moving Nigeria forward. And then you discover that it has become a thing. It has now become gold. In Togo, fuel has become gold. In Nigeria, it's become gold. In all West Africa, it's become gold. And we have what it takes to actually unify West Africa and make it you want to export it. You could export it to Congo. You could export it to any African country. It necessarily does not have to be outside Europe. Anyways.
I think
at this point,
it's time that they must put this thing in place. Africa fix, so that we do our thing in Africa, produce it in Africa, and refine it in Africa, and serve it in Africa. I believe.
Now, sir, Mr. Lassisi, I want to know what are some of the emotional and mental stress that we the youth, have to deal with. Emotional and mental stress with the problem that has been created in the past. I know we've listed few, but just give me a highlight of few.
Okay. I don't know if you've ever experienced this, like, lack of money. Come on. I don't wish that I will not even wish that to my enemy, I don't have any, but, it's a way of speaking. And if you don't have that, socially you're not respected.
Yes, actually.
You see.
Actually.
And even in your family.
Yes.
Whether you are a man and a woman, okay, and if you're a man, then your wife doesn't respect you reciprocally, okay? And it's not because we say women are materialists. No, it doesn't have anything to do with that. A woman, you need to take care of her, period. And if you are not able to do that, you have your family, your children, they need to go to school, but they can't. I mean, it's so stressful, and the consequences that you develop something, diseases, incredible things that you cannot control, and you can't even go to hospital to heal yourself. You see, and you keep it, and we're developing today mental, diseases that we never had in Africa before. And you're not even able to eat well. You see, because to buy whatever it takes to be in good health, you need money. But because you don't have that, you do with whatever you have. And again, you have some cancer or whatever, so it's really necessary. We need to find a solution to that. Yeah.
All right, sir. Thank you very much. Now, sir, I have a different question for you. Okay. Now, I want to know how the inherited debts, bad governance, and corruption impact our daily life currently.
I'll come back to the answer
that he's given.
Mr.
Yeah.
Is the financial aspect. This is the financial aspect. Because today, whatever you want to do as a youth, you want to undertake any project, you need money. So if the economy is inequality in the economics, then you cannot even go to bank and have a loan. As a youth today, let's say, if you want to go to bank for the loan, they'll ask you your land paper, all manner of things. Or the problem that exists, we are trying to sort it. We have not yet sorted it. But thing that they ask you at the bank, you don't have that capacity, you don't have the resources
to provide them.
To provide that. Then it becomes a burden. So today, I believe the youth are suffering because of the bad economic laid down by our forefathers or our foreleaders that we're supposed to bring on or emerge on their position today. It's not there. It's now that we are going to bring back that bridge on which we are going to do. So it's a problematic. I don't know if I answer your questions.
Okay. So can you drop more light on it? He has answered it, but then let me hear your view of it.
Yeah, the question again?
What are some of the problems? I mean, corruption, created by the leaders and its impact in this generation.
Okay, I may repeat myself, but when you talk of corruption, it's a lot of money that we're losing. Okay, definitely. And when you
the question is how inherited debts.
Okay.
Yes. Bad governance and corruption affect our daily life. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Tremendously. Because you talk of debt. And when you talk of debt, at the end of the day, you need to pay back. And again, as I said, before you pay back or before the country pays back, because there is no money somewhere that you just go and collect, it's taxation. Okay, and it's to increase prices of things so that you, at the end, we have OTR here. Okay, that office for revenues, etc. And then before they get that, they have to find ways that are impacting negatively the population. Okay, and so yes, we have that impact, and it's negatively, let's say, burdening the population. And I don't know if I answered like how impactful that is.
Yes.
Then this is how I can answer it and say yeah.
Okay, so before we wrap up for today, okay, I want to know ways. We've spoken about the problems. We've spoken about the problems and all. Now I want us to look at solution.
Okay.
To this particular topic. So what are ways the youth can cope? What are ways they can resist or change the circle of inherited problems? Yes, let me start with you.
I think today, as a youth, we need to sit down around the table with our
leaders.
Some of the leaders. Sit down. I said it earlier on that we need to, as every nation, need to create what we call the thinking room.
To brainstorm.
Yeah, brainstorming room. That we come out when we enter, we come up with solid, adequate solutions. Because if we don't have solution creators today, inventors today, we need to come up with what reformers that will bring reform that to enable us first to pay the debt, and another one to make our country come onto the stage of development. Very important, because you must know it that if responsibility is not taken today, liability is waiting for us tomorrow.
Exactly.
So we need to take responsibility today in order to avoid liability tomorrow.
So we shouldn't sit down and expect the president to hand it over to you.
No, we need to come up with creative solutions, decision making, and then invention and creation. That's only way that we can. But we can only do that at the platform of what? Responsibility. If responsibility is not at the edge, then liability is at the end. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Yes, please.
Okay, I think that the solution will come when we, let's say, we engage the youth in decision making. I want to talk about Parliament, for example. Okay, we need to have youth represented
But
over
there's
there. But and
this
then,
thing you're saying, there's this mentality that the older generations knows it more, and we the youth, we don't know anything.
but they have to deal with this, and then we need to have a commission there. And then when they want to make, decisions like, okay, we want this law to be, voted, then the youth commission can say, okay, please, there is this aspect that you need to take care of, to ponder over, because we're concerned, and this is what we live daily, in our daily life. But if we don't do that, and you have the law, then everybody is abide by the law. You can, despite you're willing to change things, but when they say, okay, this is what the law says, you can't go, that you'll be outlawed. So we need to have the commission, if that exists, to work perfectly, so that every youth, they will collect information from every youth and every activities, and then the people will come with their solutions, and that commission will ponder over and see what is okay, and then they will go to the Parliament, and laws can be voted like that. I think that is what we can have specifically that can work, because you can have that thinking group, but if you have to make the decision, or what you take as a decision there, and nobody considers that as people in position, that is nothing. That is changed.
Thank you very much, both of you. This has been one of the most productive discussions so far. I don't want to say it has been, but yeah. Let me take it back. Let me come again. This has been for this year.
Okay, the first.
Exactly. I just thought about it now. So this has been one of the most productive discussion we've had this year. This is the first one, so there is more to come. Okay, so I want to say a very big thank you, Mr. Lasisi, for coming. Thank you so much, Sir Harrison, as well. It is indeed a pleasure having you both here. Now, you both have had it. You both have had it from. I don't want to say the horse's mouth, but then they are as well the representative. Okay, so you've heard it from them. Mr. Lasisi talked about a commission, right? More like a group, okay, that advocates for the youth, representative for youth, and he's talked about thinking room. So it depends, but then the youth should be incorporated in leadership roles. It's very important that way we are able to even know what we are doing. And we believe that we've been able to at least throw more light or shed more light on this very particular topic. Feel free to drop comment in the comment section. Do not forget to follow the lifestyle playlist on What TV. I still remain your girl and host EJ. Until we come your way next week, don't forget to stay blessed. I love you so much. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.